Hi guys. Today I'm going to be scrolling the Sheike website. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Sheike, most likely. This is an Australian brand. I think they're based in Sydney because there's a Sydney vibe about them. And I actually buy more than I buy dresses a lot from here, more than I'd like to admit. Maybe because I'm like, oh, why do I just keep buying stuff from here? I don't like everything, but I thought, there's something about this brand that I like, and I was just gonna go through the dresses they have available on their website at the moment and kind of share my thoughts on them. I'll be sharing from my personal preference, but I'll also be pointing out like what would look great for what occasion or whatever reason, kind of like a style analysis. So stay tuned if you want to have a look at what dresses they have available and what I think of them from a style perspective. Okay, so we've got here the Shadow Orchid dress. So this is kind of like a mini dress. There's a lot of her leg showing. So for me at this point, I kind of don't really wear minis anymore, mainly because I'm like, if I kind of tilt over or like crouch over, then I'm like, I don't want my derriere showing. So I'm a bit more comfortable with dresses that are like close to the knee or longer these days. But yeah, this is definitely a mini, and because it's quite not balloony, but like free flowing at the bottom, a little bit of wind can pick up, and yeah, you want to be wearing undies if that or no undies if that's your thing. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect this conversation to go so like this so far. Anyways, so we've got the balloon sleeves, which is partially trending. I think it's slowly on the way out. Personally, I love them because I like the kind of puffy flowy effect. This dress has got pockets, which is great, and the pattern is actually not bad. I think this pattern you could wear again next season, next year, because it's interesting, but it's kind of simple enough that it won't feel dated next year. So there's that. And then I guess with the black on the beige light tan color, you want to make sure that that matches, that suits your skin tone. For me, I think this would be too light, and then it's just not a color that I find that would highlight my features. But it's good to hide the tummy if you have a little bit of a tummy concern, or you're planning to go to all you can eat. Maybe you can wear this. So this is recorded during winter in Melbourne. So yeah, let's see, what can you do during winter? So I know Sydney and Queensland might be a little warmer on certain days, but in Melbourne it's cold. I've got my furry jacket on. So for this, what you could do is wear stockings or leggings and boots over it. And then to deal with the puffy sleeves, I've seen a few places, I can't remember where, but they have puffy sleeve jackets now. Not a lot. Or what you could do to kind of wear this under your coat is find a jacket that has looser sleeves, and it may be kind of 3/4. And you can fit that over the puffy sleeve. Or you could buy a cape or wear the cape you already have to manage the puffy sleeve look. Okay, let's move on to the Catania shirt dress. So shirt dresses are great. This is quite a kind of classic color, classic look. Let's see. So the length seems okay here. Mind you, these models are quite tall. They're usually like 175 centimeters tall. So in general, it's a good color as long as you feel like it suits your skin tone well. So having the adjustable waist, so you cinch your waist in just to create a more hourglass figure. So it makes it feel a bit more feminine, that kind of hourglass A kind of shape. You can wear this for autumn, spring, summer, mainly because of the color and then the style. The shirt dress is quite kind of classic. So it looks like there's kind of flat pockets on the chest area. not my thing. I like things to be a bit more refined. So I would have liked the pocket to be more integrated. This is great if you feel like you want a bit more attention there. But if you're big busted, then it might draw too much attention to the chest area. But it does balance out because the skirt comes out because the waist is cinched in. And yeah, overall, not bad, just not, the pockets are not my jam. And then we've got the taro dress. Do I need any help? No. So we got this, what's this pattern? It feels a bit retro. It feels like 70s inspired with the color and the shapes, which there seems to be, yeah, the trend of kind of 70s fashion with like wide leg flared pants and the flared shape coming back in style lately. So that's why that's there. It's kind of a mini dress, and it looks like it's elastic waist with a tie ribbon in the same fabric. What I like to do is tie it and then move the bow to the side, or sometimes at the back even as well. So it looks like a soft fabric, so sleeves are no problem to wear jackets over. What else? Yeah, this dress would generally fit most body shapes as well. Okay, next we got the Kali jungle dress. Okay, looks like there's some kind of leopards on it. That necklace, I don't think that belongs to the dress. I've seen it before where they style this kind of neckline with the necklace, so it might not be in there. Might not be attached to the dress. But yeah, it's one raglan balloon sleeve, which is kind of interesting because it's like, what season do I wear this in? And I think I'm going to say like spring is probably the best season. So, you know, in Australia, spring is coming up for us. And it looks, my guess is it's an A-line cut. So if I'm right, then it should drape really well despite your body shape. So it'll fall really nicely like from the waist down. So what was I saying? Did I say A-line? I didn't mean A-line. I mean a bias cut, sorry. So bias cut is where the fabric is cut on the diagonal. So then so horizontally, it has a little bit more give when you wear it. So it kind of drapes along your body more. That's my guess. I could be wrong. Just feel like this silhouette might be a bias cut. But yeah, so it's almost annoying because the sleeve is so heavy because there's a pattern, so there's the visual weight and the volume of the sleeve that does, I like asymmetrical things, but this feels a bit too lopsided. I guess what you could do, you could wear it for this style if you feel you're vibing it now, but in the future, maybe you could actually remove the sleeve and have a halter neck, or because the sleeve is so big, you can get a tailor. So this, you know, get a good tailor, and you take the excess fabric from the end of the sleeve, and then have your tailor modify it and attach it to the other side where it's missing sleeve. So you could have a short sleeve in the future. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this pattern or this colorway. For me, it doesn't quite work. I do prefer vibrant, kind of stronger hues or softer hues. And then we got the Vanity Maxi dress. So it looks like a velvety fabric. It's actually really nice. It's quite a timeless look. So that would be a good investment if that's your thing and you could wear it over and over multiple years. So I quite like that. It's nice. I don't know if there's a slit in the front, maybe. Okay, so then there's the Sasha dress. So they've kind of had this crisscross pattern. And I think this is like a jersey fabric, so it's quite slinky. So they've had this crisscross pattern around the waist before, I believe. And it just helps draw in the eye to create more of an hourglass shape. So the skirt flares out, the waist comes in, but it creates a point of interest around the waist. But it does sit above the belly button. So it might be tricky because of the weight of the fabric. It will hug your body, even though it's flared out the bottom. So you may not be able to hide your food baby belly. Just need to try it on, I think, and see how it drapes on your body. But because, yeah, the crisscross emphasis is a bit high on the model at the moment. So not sure. You'd have to try it on. But yeah, this dress is just quite conservative. I think you could wear this for quite a while. And the color's not bad. Once again, it just has to go well with your skin tone and your natural features. It might be a bit pale for me with the long sleeve, but you can wear this across a few seasons too. Okay, now we've got the Carmen dress. So this will fit quite a few body shapes too. It's mini, but there's an asymmetric thing happening at the front, so it doesn't feel as short. But yeah, the hemline isn't level. What else? So yeah, kind of like the dress before, would fit quite a few body shape types. Theoretically, it would suit an hourglass with the big bust, but because the way that the chest is draped, what will happen if you have a bigger bust than the model, then it's going to create this flatness where in the fabric. So there's a bit of drape, and then it'll just be round where your cups are. Instead of draping, like you see the drape shadow from her shoulder to her waistline, it's consistent, but then if your bust is too big, then that line will disappear and then it'll kind of just flatten out. So it kind of takes away from the kind of vertical lines created from the top to the waist and to the bottom. So that kind of takes away from it a bit. So it may not suit someone who has a bust that's on the bigger side. It looks like a shiny brown. So with dark colors, I'm not a big fan of dark, dull / muted colors, but when there's a bit of shine, it does add a bit of life to it. So if you're thinking about brown, but you usually prefer brighter colors, then maybe try a slightly shiny brown, or brown that has a sheen in the fabric, and it might make a difference. It might make you feel a bit more alive and not like dirt. Okay, we've got the Sovereign dress. So this, I don't know what to say. It feels very Barbie. And then I can't tell what the trim is from here. Can't zoom in. I like the sleeves. They're quite elegant. The cut is elegant, but yeah, this neckline and then the bow on the side feels a bit Barbie, and it actually feels a bit dated. It feels a bit 90s-ish. So sometimes though, you just got to try it on, and it might look better than you think it does. But right now I'm like, yeah, this is not my jam. What else? Okay, so there's the Emporium dress. So there's trim along the butt line. Sorry, got a lolly in my mouth. I totally forgot when I started the video. So yeah, this is quite figure hugging. So you need to be totally happy with your body, because it's going to show all your lovely curves. And yeah, you got to be happy with the cleavage in the middle of the bust as well. That's quite a deep, it's not a V, it's a U. Not my thing. I wouldn't usually recommend it unless you're really confident in your skin, I think. Okay, so swan lake dress. This feels like it's semi-inspired by Zimmerman, but a bit more toned down, which is kind of cool. I'm curious to see this in person, just to see how vibrant the flowers are. But in general, it's quite nice. So it's kind of midi. It would suit any body shape. There is a bit of emphasis around the shoulders. So there's the pattern around the shoulders and it's a little puffy, but it does get balanced out. So you might have broader shoulders, but it would be okay because the skirt flares out and it balances the top with the bottom. And then it's also great if you feel like your shoulders are a bit narrow, and then that gives you that extra emphasis. So overall, the shape of this dress is quite good. So you just need to like the pattern. We got the Baroness dress. It reminds me of the brown dress before, but a bit different. So you can get away with a fuller bust on this because the vertical draping isn't as apparent on the brown on this dress compared to the brown dress. So there's a bit more flowy, a bit more distraction that will actually balance out a body that feels a bit disproportionate, as long as you like the length. And generally, I quite like this color. Oh, we got the high roller dress. So on the picture, I'm liking this purple. It is quite mini though, but this, if you're happy with the mini, this will hide like it will hide your food baby, but it also emphasize your waist a bit and draw attention to the middle. So you might think, you might have a bit of a protruding belly, and so you don't want to draw attention with that knot in the middle of the waist, but because of the draping at the bottom, it'll actually hide it. So the attention will go to the knot and less on your belly. But overall, because it's one solid color, it will suit most body shapes if you like purple. Okay, then we've got this Penelope dress. Looks like a mandarin collar shirt dress. Might be a little mini. I hope it has pockets. The sleeves are quite big though, and they're 3/4 length. I think, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I feel about this. The balloon sleeves are fine, but I feel like the attention goes to it too much because the collar isn't distinct. But if you feel like you're kind of wide, then having the buttons go down the middle will help to visually trick your mind and think, and so when you see yourself wearing it, you'll feel actually a bit slimmer. So when there's a line dividing the center of something, it'll feel not as wide. But then you've got the big sleeves, which kind of almost negates that. So I think the mandarin collar makes it feel a bit matronly. So you kind of this just has to be your vibe. I don't think it's quite my thing. Yeah, it's a bit off. This dress is a bit off for me. We've got the Baroness dress, which is same as the brown dress before, but black. Then we've got the Glamour Maxi dress. So this is like a shiny forest green, very conservative yet very shiny. I think it's got sequin on it. It reminds me, it feels like a sequin scuba suit because of the high neckline. So I think to kind of break up the neckline a bit so it doesn't feel as stuffy, would be cool to wear like a long necklace or a statement necklace over that to balance it out. And then we've got the gemma dress. I can't tell if it's like a patterned satin or like a crushed velvet. Yeah, it's quite conservative, even though it's on the short side. It'd be cool for winter. You wear stockings, boots. It'd be good for someone who is a bit more bottom heavy, because there's a lot of visual weight here. So if you feel like you're kind of wide on the bottom, below the waist, then this could balance that visually. So there's a kind of equal visual weight on the bottom and the top. And then the millennium dress, hey, I have this. So there's a funny thing about the shoulders. Underneath this sheer part here on the tip of the shoulder, there's a piece of fabric that they've pleated, and you can put it in or out. If you put it out, there's more emphasis on the shoulder, but when I tried it on, I liked it in. And then when I tried it at home, it was coming out. I'm like, wait, I don't like this. But then, yeah, you can move it and you can change up the look a bit. And there's some cutouts on the side and a full lining to the bottom. Yeah, these models are quite tall, because for me, when I wear it without shoes, it drapes on the floor a little. But it's fun. It's vertical, a bit shimmery, and might remind you of the Matrix. And then we've got this Garden of Eden maxi dress. I think I've seen this before, and this is a bit similar to the other floral dress before, but the pattern's shifted. So wherever there's pattern, that's where your eye is going to go, and that's what it's going to draw attention to that part. So with this, if you feel like you have broad shoulders, because the pattern is not at the tip of the shoulder and it's on the arm, it'll feel like your shoulders have a bit minimized, because there's less attention going there. Yeah, I think you just have to like the pattern. I like the colors, not sure if I like the flowers as such. It's a personal preference, that one. Oh, is that an elastic waist? Would be comfortable. All right, let's look at, I'll look at another 9 odd dresses. Okay, so we got the Georgia shirt dress. Oh, okay, I didn't realize it was a shirt dress. And then there's a waist belt, which is nice. This feels, the pattern feels a bit spiritually. It might remind you of like Indian temples and stuff. So it's a quite intricate pattern for someone who's a bit more spiritual or a bit more creative, a bit arty. It might resonate with them. Green's nice. It will go nice with olive skin. So yeah, most of the time when it comes to pattern, it's personal preference. And when you think about harmonizing body shapes, yes, placement matters. But I think if you love a pattern and it's all over, like, then that the love you feel for it matters way more than how it might proportionally look in you. And sometimes you just have to own it because you love it, like, and not give a stuff what anyone else thinks. Personally, this isn't my kind of pattern, but I do appreciate the style. So with these shirt dresses and this silhouette, there is a classicness to it, but the pattern does feel a little seasonal. You could probably wear it for another year or 2, but maybe after that you might get over it. Got the Persian dress. So I wonder if there's like paisley patterns. So there's good balance in this because it's a high neck, and then there's ruching where the hip is. Then you can cinch your waist in. It looks like a loose fit, so maybe you can wear it loose, or you can cinch your waist in with the tie waist that they give you. Might be on the mini side, and it looks thin. So it's personal preference again. And then here we've got a tornado dress. And there's a cutout with a chain. So there's a lot of cutouts on the market lately, and you just got to be careful. Like, you might like the trend now, but if you want more bang for your buck, look for a cutout dress that you know you can take to a tailor and alter so that you don't get the cutout anymore. Or maybe there's a way to like find a fabric that matches the fabric of your dress, so you can put an underlay underneath in the future. Or maybe you can wear like a slip dress underneath. So maybe this one, if you have a black slip dress, you can wear underneath, and then you can wear it for a longer period of time and pass the cutout trend. But yeah, this is quite retro. I feel the pattern, it's almost a little psychedelic, but it's modern because of the black and white. So there's a personal preference thing. It feels, yeah, it's a knit dress. Yeah, just have to like it. You'd have to try this one on. I wouldn't necessarily buy it online because you're not sure where the certain swirls are going to land on your body. So you need to try it on and be happy with where the swirls land, and to see if it works with your body shape, because the swirls, the thick lines might land somewhere where you don't want it to land. So you might be unhappy with that. Okay, second last row, got the Lulu dress. It's a bit peasanty, bit spring farmerish pattern with a checkered pattern. It's cute, so you just need to make sure you like the crisscross grid pattern. But yeah, it's a nice dress for spring, summer. They've got the Misha dress. I like the vibrancy of the color. Once again, this is a strategic cutout. So it might only last one season, unless it's maybe one of your signature colors that you could wear over and over. And it's going to show all the lumps and bumps on your body. So yeah, if you like the cutout, and even though it covers a lot, it could feel a little sexy if that's what you want. And then we've got the Atlantis dress. Don't know about this. It feels a bit pajama-y. And you got to be careful with this, these kind of stripes, because as you can see, when you wear it, where your curves are, that's going to stretch the fabric, and then the size of the stripes won't be uniform all over. So I can't think that most people might actually want that. So you just got to be careful, or maybe consider sizing up so that when you wear it, your curves don't stretch the fabric as much. And if it's a knit kind of material, then it will still drape well on your body. But yeah, just got to be careful with the stripes. It's meant to be quite sporty, but I don't know why it's reminding me of pajamas. Okay, last row for the video, for the Karma dress. So yeah, it's this 80s swirly kind of psychedelic pattern. Is it because, you know, we're all going a bit loopy? Quite retro. You need to like the pattern. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that one. Not my thing. I got the Kensington dress. So it looks like it's a half shirt dress. It's not fully lined because the legs are a little bit sheer here. Yeah, so the sleeves are quite baggy. There's some subtle vertical stripes in it, and it might be made of dots. The sleeves are slightly sheer too. If you want fully lined, you could wear like a slip dress underneath that's longer. But yeah, you can emphasize the waist. It's a relaxed fit. Emphasize the waist with a tie tie waist again. Yeah, I'd have to see this dress in person. It might be a nice, versatile, kind of casual color. But because the fabric's so thin, I'm also wondering if the collar, the collar might not sit in the way that you want it to because it's so soft. And usually with collars, you want a little bit of structure to emphasize the collar that frames your face. And then the last dress, I've seen this in person. You need to steam it. Yeah, the one I saw in the shop was quite wrinkly and foldy because there's a lot of fabric, especially at the bottom. So it's a high waist, high neckline, but it is balanced because of the flaring out. And I believe that, yeah, so it's a Cecilia Paisley dress. So there's paisley patterns on it, and it's kind of muted pink and slight gold. It doesn't go well with my skin color. It kind of will wash me out a little. So I think it'll be nice on someone with lighter skin, fairer skin tone. Yeah, I feel like it's like a satiny fabric and it's on the high maintenance side. So ideally you would want a steamer to help you iron the dress out before you wear it. Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave that there for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned anything, then please give me a like. Let me know in the comments which dress you like, or which dress would you like to see in person. Or if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments. Follow me for more kind of fashion related videos, and I'll see you next time.